The first light of dawn spills gently over the quiet city streets, casting a golden glow on the wet pavement. The world still feels half asleep, shop shutters down, windows dark, the air crisp with the chill of early morning. Amid the silence, the rhythmic scrape of a broom moves steadily along the sidewalk. Daniel, dressed in a faded jacket and worn trousers, works with slow, deliberate movements. His eyes are shadowed with fatigue, the kind that comes from years of early mornings and long days, but there's a calm warmth in his expression. A thin wisp of steam escapes from his breath with every exhale as he sweeps away leaves, discarded coffee cups, and yesterday's forgotten trash. People begin to pass by, office workers in suits, joggers with earbuds, delivery drivers rushing to their routes. Most don't notice him, or if they do, their eyes slide past as if he's part of the street itself. But Daniel notices them. Every person gets a small nod or a quiet, "good morning," his voice soft but sincere. Sometimes, a surprised smile is returned, other times, there's no response at all. Still, he keeps greeting them. The world may not see Daniel as important. To most, he's just the man with the broom, keeping the sidewalks clean before they arrive at work. Yet in his simple, quiet way, he brings a small kindness to the city, a kindness that goes unmeasured, unnoticed, but will soon prove more powerful than anyone could imagine. The morning grows colder as the sun struggles to warm the streets. Daniel turns the corner near an old cafe, its doors still locked, the smell of yesterday's coffee lingering faintly in the air. He pauses when he notices a small figure huddled beside the dumpster, a boy, no more than 10 or 11, thin as a shadow, his jacket torn at the sleeve. The boy's hands tremble as he rummages through a trash bin, pulling out a half-eaten sandwich wrapped in greasy paper. He glances around quickly, as if afraid someone might yell at him, then takes a cautious bite. Daniel's chest tightens. Without a word, he sets his broom aside, reaches into his lunch bag, and takes out a fresh roll with cheese and a thermos of warm tea. Slowly, he walks toward the boy, kneeling so their eyes meet. "Here," he says gently, offering the food. The boy hesitates, eyes wide, but hunger wins over fear. He takes the roll, mumbling a barely audible, "thank you." Daniel slips a few crumpled bills into the boy's pocket when he's not looking. "Stay warm," he says softly, then returns to his broom as if nothing happened. Across the street, a man in a tailored coat stands watching, his breath misting in the cold air. His gaze lingers on Daniel, not with pity, but with quiet interest, as if he has just witnessed something that stirs a thought he cannot ignore. Daniel doesn't see him. To Daniel, it was just another morning, another act of kindness no one would remember. The evening settles quietly over the city, painting the sky in deep shades of purple and gold. Daniel sits in his tiny apartment, the hum of an old radiator filling the silence. His hands are rough and calloused as he eats a simple dinner of bread and soup, the same as most nights. The faint light of a single bulb flickers above him, casting long shadows on the peeling wallpaper. A sudden knock at the door breaks the stillness. Daniel hesitates, he rarely has visitors, then rises, his footsteps soft against the worn carpet. When he opens the door, a well-dressed man stands before him, framed by the hallway light. His coat is expensive, his shoes polished, yet his expression is warm, almost familiar. "Daniel?" the man asks. "Yes. Can I help you?" Daniel replies cautiously. The stranger smiles. "My name is Ethan. I own a company here in the city. I've been watching you for some time, not in a strange way, but because I saw something that's rare these days." Daniel frowns slightly, unsure what to say. Ethan continues, "I saw you help that boy near the cafe. I've seen how you treat people, even when they ignore you. You have something money can't buy: kindness, patience, humility. And I think the world needs more of that in leadership." Ethan pauses, his voice steady. "I want to offer you a position at my company. Not as a cleaner, but as a management trainee. I believe you can do more than sweep streets, you can change lives." Months turn into years, and the world around Daniel begins to change. The once foreign environment of the office becomes familiar, its polished floors and buzzing phones no longer intimidating. At first, he struggles, paperwork feels like another language, meetings move faster than he can follow, and every mistake feels heavy. But Daniel's determination is relentless. He stays late, studies after hours, and listens carefully to Ethan's advice. Slowly, he learns. Not just the skills of business, but the art of leading with integrity. His co-workers notice something different about him. While others chase deadlines with impatience, Daniel remembers every receptionist's name, helps interns carry stacks of files, and never forgets to ask if someone's eaten lunch. He treats everyone the way he once greeted strangers on the street, with quiet respect. Years later, Daniel stands in his own office, not as an employee, but as the owner of his own company. The title, Millionaire, means little to him compared to the lives he's been able to touch. He invests in small businesses, supports shelters, and funds scholarships for underprivileged children. Yet, he never forgets where he came from. On certain mornings, he walks back to those same streets he once swept, pausing to pick up a piece of litter or greet an early passerby. To those who don't know him, he might look like just another friendly man on the sidewalk. But to those who do, Daniel is living proof that kindness, once sown, can grow into something far greater than anyone imagines. The late afternoon sun bathes the old neighborhood in a warm, golden light as people gather outside a newly built community center. Its brick walls are fresh, the windows gleaming, and above the entrance, a sign reads, "The Daniel Hope Center." Children play in the yard while parents talk in small groups, curiosity buzzing in the air. Inside, Daniel stands on a small stage, wearing the same humble smile he once carried while sweeping the streets. His eyes scan the crowd, faces young and old, some strangers, some familiar. Clearing his throat, he begins to speak. "I used to work just outside those doors," he says, pointing toward the street. "Most people didn't notice me. And that was fine, because the work I did notice, helping where I could, sharing what little I had, was worth more than anything I could earn. I didn't know then that kindness could be the start of something far bigger." From the back of the room, a young man steps forward, the same boy Daniel once fed outside the cafe, now grown, wearing a college sweater. Tears glisten in his eyes as he embraces Daniel. "You saved my life," he whispers. "That day, I hadn't eaten in 2 days. You didn't just give me food, you gave me hope." The room falls silent, moved by the moment. Daniel smiles, his voice steady but full of emotion. We all have the power to change someone's life. Sometimes, all it takes, is one small act of kindness.